You see, I've shifted my selfishness in some sense, self-centeredness. I have it in them as well. That I have their priority also. Is that it? No, not that. Hang on. Yeah, we're sent. In the story of Jesus, we're sent to tell them that God is their dad, that God is their primary relationship in this way, and can be most beautifully if they come to want to hold such. It's not about our relationship to each other than the fact I'm sent. And it's true that if they have this inclination to love God as their dad, and I have such inclination, well, we'll know we're of the same family, won't we? And we'll be in true fellowship and harmonious support. In other words, our eternal relationship will be as of brothers and sisters to each other, not as exclusive husband or wife to each other. Do you see? For that will leave out the primacy of our concern in being sent. Which is consistent with our primacy of loving God, you see, with all our heart, soul, mind and strength. Whereas, well, like the other extreme, marriage in a sense is not. It's to restrict relationships to being dominated by a relationship with each other. Whereas if it's dominated by a relationship to God who has sent us, to tell others that seeing God as our heavenly dad is a sure way to life eternal, fullness of life, and all blessing and goodness for all. This is what we're sent for. And that is consistent with the primacy of God in our life and the primacy of their God in their life, which will come to be in harmony with the primacy we have of our God in our life. I think I'm getting nearer to what is truly best. I can only do it by faith and trust, of course, because I don't fully know yet. I'm a child. But do you see what I'm aiming at? It's not that you be my lifelong partner. That will come. But what it is that I purpose that you love your God with all your heart, soul, mind and strength, because that is to have life eternal. And that, I think, will be to see God as your heavenly dad. And so I suggest such. I make it clear this is my purpose. And yes, I do know that means we will be in eternal fellowship too. And that is what's wonderful. Not eternal, exclusive primacy of marriage and devotion to each other. Our primacy is devotion to God. And if we're both doing such, especially with a view that God is our heavenly dad, then all will be well. For we find our place in the family of God thereby, and are the great blessing and encouragement to others to do likewise. For this we are sent. Thank you, Dad. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.